Had the perfect pregnancy, no nausea, no vomiting. It was just perfect, no problems at all.
We had gone to the ultrasound
appointment,
and the tech had some questions, and Shauna was curious about how big his head was. We ended up going to Dallas to see a specialist for a second opinion, and they had confirmed at that point that it was microcephaly.
Microcephaly is when the brain doesn't fully develop. So it can be any number of things. It can be parts of the brain are underdeveloped, parts of the brain are missing. We were told by one specialist that he was missing digits, that his heart wasn't working correctly.
They didn't expect him to survive birth.
We had one doctor tell us that we should cancel our baby showers that we had the next day. He said, actually, I would recommend that you terminate the pregnancy, which was never in it wasn't an option. No matter what, it wasn't an option.
When he was born, I could tell, the microcephaly was very pronounced.
The first night we brought him home, on our way home from the hospital, we had our home health care nurse meeting us there. They were just marching in with equipment and IV poles and oxygen tanks. He needed 24-hour care, so we couldn't sleep, all the time. We had a monitor, and we always took shifts sleeping, one in the guest room with the monitor so the other one could get peaceful sleep for a few hours, and then we would trade places. And we had family come and help, and they would sit in his room with them or rock with them.
We had to buy in completely that we would see a miracle, that his brain would begin to develop, and that he would get to a point to live out a normal life. But towards the end, there were enough complications that we said either take him or heal him. After he passed away, we had that was when it was probably harder.
Mm-hmm. Seton would have been 6.5. He would have started first grade. We had a lot of friends that were pregnant with us the same time that Seton was. And just seeing them prepare their kids, for kindergarten and then for first grade. And that's kind of something that we miss out on. And it brings back the pain.
Our life at this point, we try to live a lot more thankful for a lot of the day-to-day things that we would have overlooked before. Now that we do have 2 healthy kids, we might have missed a lot of the little things that we all take for granted when we have healthy kids. Swallowing, your heart beating, moving your body on your free will. A lot of those things never crossed our minds. Our story is somewhat unique compared to a lot in that he didn't make it, but there's a lot of protocol and procedure that's come from the March of Dimes, from their research into how to care for premature babies. The biggest thing that makes an impact for us for March of Dimes is that peace of mind, knowing that we could try to have other kids, that through the genetic research that they help support, that it wasn't a genetic issue that we had to worry about with another child. It was an anomaly. That was one of the only reasons that we even considered having more kids.
When you give to March of Dimes, you are changing these babies' lives and the families. With the money that you guys give, we can make their lives better.